गोस्वामी महाराज जी बोले मेरे को रसोई के गुरुजी के रसोई के काम में मेरे को लगा देते, मैं कपड़े भी गुरुजी के धोता था।
So he saw Twinkle Gurudeva's
सेवा
father.
में मेरे को उन्होंने अपने साथ में रख लिया।
So Gurudeva always used to keep me with him, and I used to serve Gurudeva.
हम दोनों मिलकर के एक दूसरे
We were
ऐसे रहते थे,
both together,
छोटे भाई और बड़े भाई
just like a younger brother
मेरे से
and
कुछ
older
बड़े थे
brother.
वो।
He was
9
a
साल 10 साल बड़े थे। मैं 1947 में गया था। 1947 में जो है मैं
So
नौकरी गया था।
I went to Navadvip in 1947. I went to Navadvip.
एक साल करीब वहाँ रहे। फिर ये बिहार में जो है एक स्थान था वहाँ।
So there was a place in Bihar that Gurudev had come, and Gurudev came.
भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज का नियम था।
And the rule of Bhakti Pragyana Keshav Goswami Maharaj is that some for Harikatha.
के द्वारा बांध करके रखते थे।
So he used to keep everybody with Harikatha. And then
यहाँ ये दया प्रभु रहते हैं, उसके पास में क्या है वो कौन सा स्थान है? अरे आप तो गए थे? नहीं। हाँ विंध्याचल के लिए गए थे। विंध्याचल बता रहे थे, विंध्याचल के लिए गए थे।
So
और वहीं पे जो है स्टेशन पे ही
there's a
मैं कुछ
station.
टिकट के लिए किसके लिए गया था, गुरुजी कहीं ठहरे हुए थे, सब लोग हमारे एक जगह ठहरे हुए थे। तो वहाँ पे हमारे एक चाचा मेरे थे। और वो चाचा जो है
My uncle was there,
मेरे को देखे, वो देख
and this uncle saw me.
और बोले अरे तू तेरे को सब ढूंढते
Everybody was crying for you, and everybody was searching for you, and you were here. You came here. Where you were? Tell.
मैं तो जानता नहीं ये आगे क्या करेंगे।
I don't know what would he do.
हम वहाँ ठहरे हुए, मेरे गुरुजी के साथ में मैं ठहरा हूँ, हम सब वहीं ठहरे हुए हैं और मैं तो नहीं जानता। मैं समझे कि ये लोग पूछे बस बात यही खत्म हो जाएगी। उन्होंने क्या किया, टेलीग्राम कर दिया।
So my uncle, that time there was no phone, so he sent a telegram to the rest of the family. And from my house, because Bihar is not so far from there. So my mother, even my wife, everybody came, and my mother crying. So she said, mother told me, if you don't come back, I will die now, and here and now. So I thought what to do. So I remained quiet, and I said, okay, I'm going. So I did pranam to Guruji. I did pranam to Gurudev. I said, Gurudev, I am going, because if I don't go with them, I don't know what will happen to them. So from there I went, and then they were very happy. So they were so happy. Everybody was happy. Oh, my son came back home. So there was a big party, big festival. Everybody came. People so happy to see me. Everyone. People who used to study with me, people from near village. Everybody also wanted to know, oh, he became a sadhu. Everybody came to see him, how he was. And I was just quiet, I didn't speak anything to anyone. But everybody was happy, oh, the son came back. So the next day also, other great people also came. Then told everyone, you cannot do bhajan in your house. You can do bhajan in your house. They were telling me. But I told them, in my house, can I meet a sadhu in my house? I was telling them. So the people were telling me, oh, you make your house a mandir, and you can stay in your house and do bhajan. They were saying like this. Your father, your grandfather, he was so powerful, you know, that if the ox was not moving the bullock cart, even his grandfather could move it. Like, he was so strong. But when every argument people said, Gurudeva Slanarayan, he gave a argument, like some answer. Okay.
कि तू जो है मेरे को बतला कि
Tell
ये
me.
जो चार जो आचार्यों के
These four acharyas.
उनको मेरे को बतला।
Tell me the four opinions of the four acharyas.
ये वो उसको जो है उन्होंने एक एक करके चारों के मतों को उन्होंने
So,
दिखलाया।
he explained, Sanarana Goswami explained the opinions of each acharya, and this person was so happy. Really, he came to a Sadguru, bona fide Guru. I cannot speak anything else.
और उसके बाद में मैं जो है सभी कुछ होगा और मैं एक दिन मैं सोचता हूँ यहाँ से कैसे निकलूँ और कैसे निकलूँ। रात को मैं एक दिन की बात थी, रात को जो है 2-4 दिन बाद में,
So after some days,
मैं सोता था,
I thought,
जो है सब लोग सोते थे उससे अलग जो है एक वो था स्थान था उसका अलग, ऐसे घर होते हैं ना, एक घर जाए, मैं दूसरे घर में वहां सोता था। तो मैं मच्छरदानी लगा के सोता था, तो मच्छरदानी लगा करके जब सोया
so I was
तो
sleeping,
मैं रात को ठीक 12 बजे वहां से
and exactly midnight I left. Mosquito nets. But I put the mosquito nets in such a way that people would think I was still sleeping. I was still sleeping. So my mother thought, oh, generally he wakes up so early to do bhajan, but today he hasn't wake up. Maybe he went to sleep late. So nobody wake me up. And after 6-7 a.m., everybody was thinking, oh, he did not wake up because the mosquito net was set in such a way that looked like I was still sleeping. But they saw and they saw that I was not there anymore. So father said, oh, cannot do anything now, nobody can stop him. So I came back to Navadvipa. So in Navadvipa. So the father said, okay, I have one desire for you to fulfill. What?
अंतिम समय पे एक बार हमसे मिलने के लिए जरूर आ जाना। और हुआ भी ऐसे, ये जो है तीर्थ महाराज परमप्रभु गए थे, अंतिम समय उनके साथ में लेकर के गुरु जी गए थे और जाकर के जो है इनके पिताजी की बहुत उस समय तबीयत खराब थी और ये गए, उनको जाकर के वहाँ एक उत्सव किया और सबको बुला करके भगवत कथा कीर्तन किया वहाँ पे और कीर्तन करके
So there was a kirtan
पिताजी के लिए भगवत कथा सुनी
for his father, the father of Gurudeva, when he was very sick. And there was a program there, and he fed with his own hand. Sanarana Goswami fed with his own hand prasada to his father. And then his father left body, but he never actually came back. Sanarana Goswami.
एक ही बार उसी समय गए थे क्योंकि पिताजी को वचन दिया था, बोले अरे क्या शंकराचार्य जी तो अपनी मैया के लिए गए थे, शंकराचार्य की मैया ने तो वचन लिया था।
So Shankaracharya ji, he gave a word to his mother. Shankaracharya also.
1954 में इनका संन्यास हुआ। संन्यास जब हुआ था तो हमारे भक्तिवेदांत श्री भवन गोस्वामी महाराज जी और त्रिकोण महाराज जी, इनसे परम गुरु जी ने बोला था, अरे आप संन्यास लो। इन्होंने बोले मैं संन्यास वो
Shankaracharya asked permission to his mother to take sannyas.
अरे बड़े-बड़े इतने लोग हैं, संन्यास का हम इसके योग्य नहीं है। और बोले वो भक्तिवेदांत श्री भवन गोस्वामी महाराज जी, उन्होंने मना कर दिया, मैं भी नहीं लूंगा। जब इनको बोला,
okay, Srila Bhakti Pragyana wanted them to take sannyas. And then he told Srila Narayan Maharaj, he would take sannyas. And then Srila Narayan Maharaj told Bhakti Pragyana, I left my wife, my kids, my parents, everyone for you. So if you want to keep me with as a sannyasa, if you want to keep me naked, if you whatever, how you want to keep me, my body I surrender to you. So everything I surrender to you. If you want to give me sannyasa or if you want to keep me naked, no problem. So So when he accepted, then also Sri Trivikrama and Shalvamana Maharaj also accepted taking sannyas. So three of them took sannyas together, you know. And then so Param Guru Pragyana saw that Sri Narayana was Hindi Bhashi, like speaking Hindi. So he thought, oh, it's important to preach in Hindi. So Param Guru Maharaj said it's important to preach for the Hindi people. Because Bengali, everybody is there. But needs some person preaching here in this part of India. So Param Guru Maharaj saw this place here. And then he came to this place. And then this place was very nice. He liked it. It was a dharmashala here, like a guest house. He didn't have so much money. So this Narayana Prabhu was there. So he was his god brother. So So he brought him together and he said, "Oh, I like this place very much, but I don't have so much money to buy this place." Then, why are you worried? I have money, I brought money. And then he had brought with him money and he gave the money. But still need to send selling some machine and give the money to Paranguru Dev. Then he could buy this land, this place here, this guest house. Then Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ji, our Guruji, you spoke already half an hour. Later I speak more. No, it's okay. So just later, otherwise I have to stop. I wanted to help.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just putting these, because it's difficult to translate in this. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Only if I can translate it because it's difficult to hold. At least or hold for me, then I can.
Okay, sorry. I did not know. From tomorrow we keep with me. Okay. And I help you with this also.
Yeah, thank you. Please.
New, because that one is not working. And this is Samsung not working. For you or somebody? Somebody. I think because he gave me his, but then it was not working. Then he asked.
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरातिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि प्रिये। ॐ वृन्दावै तुलसी वै प्रिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। सर्वप्रथम मेरे गुरुपाद पद्म नित्य लीला
First of all, my obeisance to my Guru Pada Padma, with the Pravishta Vishnu Pada, Astuttara Shata Shashamad Bhakti Vedanta, Srimad Bhaktivedanta,
Srila Narayana
Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, to their lotus feet, which remove all the fear, my unlimited proceeded obeisances to the lotus feet. After that, also my obeisances to Nityalila Pravishta,
Om Vishnupad,
Om Vishnupad,
Ashtotara Maharaj,
Swami Maharaj,
Evam
and to all the
Apujya Charan,
Prapuja Charan, Shripad Madhava Maharaj, Shukrasi Maharaj, and to Prapuja Charan, Shripad Madhava Maharaj, and to all of the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Please accept my Dandavat Pranams according to your. Please accept my Dandavat Pranams. So today we are celebrating the 100th birth centennial of Gurudeva. So we're going to do Bhagavad Katha Kirtan. So I don't have any other goal. I just want to speak about the Bhakta and Bhagavad. Especially, we want to listen from the lotus mouth of the devotees about Gurudeva's transcendental life history. So yesterday I prayed, I told you that from 3 p.m. our Katha will start 3 p.m. onwards. And if you are eager to speak about Gurudeva, if you want to offer your Puspanjali to the feet of Gurudeva, if you have this desire, may you be a woman, a man, a grihasta, vanaprastha, sannyasi, brahmachari, any person. We will give opportunity to everyone. So from 3 p.m. onwards, everybody can speak. Everybody can speak about Gurudev at least for 10 minutes. Describe his life history. Yes. Because the Acharyas explained there are two Bhagavad Kathas. One is Grantha Bhagavata, the book, and another one is Bhakta Bhagavata, the devotee of Lord. So our previous Acharyas also, they told that actually to understand the Grantha Bhagavata, the book, you need the Jivanta Bhagavata, you need the devotee of Lord. Under the guidance of the devotee of Lord, you can understand the book of. And by listening to the life history also of these devotees of Lord, then you can also understand the book Bhagavatam. Because if you never understood anything about the devotee of Lord, how can you have faith to the devotee? How can you have faith in the Bhakta Bhagavata, in the devotee, if you never heard about him, his glories, his life history? For example, if you never heard about Gurudev's life history, how can you have Bhakti and Shraddha, devotion and faith towards Gurudeva? Because first thing in Bhakti, you first take Diksha from Guru, yes. Then slowly, you listen about Gurudev's life history, how he does bhajan, and by listening about all these things, then you feel so much faith, nishtha, steadiness, faith, deep faith for Gurudeva. This arises if you listen about his bhajan and his glories. That's why Shastra explains, first you should worship Guru, then you should worship me. Krishna says, actually Krishna himself says, in the beginning, first you should offer your Pushpanjali to Gurudeva. And if there's time left, okay, so Krishna is saying, no need to do for me. So Bhagavan is so merciful, because Bhagavan is saying, look, I'm a very confidential tattva. Krishna is saying, it's not so easy to understand me. To understand me, first, you must worship your Guru. What is the meaning of puja? Guru puja. Puja is not only taking one lamp, incense and flowers. This is puja. Yes, okay, but this is external. Actually, what is the meaning of puja? Means priti, love and affection. So if we have love and affection towards him, then we listen about his transcendental life history. Then when you listen about his life history, having this also love, then this nishtha comes, this so much deep faith. deep steadiness. Because in this world, if you listen about someone, like if you listen so well about someone, you see that also you feel faith towards this person if you listen about this person's glories. So imagine if the life history of Gurudev is transcendental, just like the other devotee who spoke. They spoke in a very beautiful way about Gurudeva. How Gurudeva does bhajan from childhood, how he had so much faith to God since his childhood. So I want to speak 2 words about this. How did Mahaprabhu appear? Tell me. In the middle of the Nama Sankirtana. So Mahaprabhu is the Nami Purusha. He is the embodiment of holy names. And how did he appear? He appeared through his holy names. In the time of lunar eclipses, it was the month of Falguni, February, March, Purnima Tithi, full moon, and the moon was in eclipse. And people, what they were doing at that time? They were chanting holy names, taking bath in the Ganga. So it's saying about this, about Mahaprabhu. People were
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So devotees, people, they were singing, chanting holy names, taking bath in the Ganga. So in this auspicious moment, pure moment, Mahaprabhu appeared. Srimad Bhagavata explains very clearly. Sumedasa means those who are intelligent, not foolish, intelligent. Sumedasa means very intelligent. Meda means intelligent person. So those who are very intelligent persons, they will worship to him, Sachinandana Gaura. To whom they will worship in Kali Yuga? To that person who is always, actually he is Krishna himself. And he is always chanting his own holy names, the 2 syllables of his holy names. Krishna. He will always speak his own holy names. Krishna, always. Do you sing your own holy names? No. But Krishna himself, in this Kali Yuga, he was chanting his own holy names. So Krishna Varnam, Tisha Akrishna means that his complexion. What is his bodily complexion, the color of his skin? It's Akrishna, means not dark, it's not dark, it's not black. Means he's Gauravarna, he's white. So Krishna himself, in this white complexion, manifested in a white complexion. So this sloka explains Krishna Varna Tisha Akrishna Sangha Upangastra Parshadam. Sangha means he's not alone. He also appears with his 2 members. Who is his 2 members? Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. So these are his 2 angas, like member. So Upanga means the sublimb. Okay, so 2 limbs. 2 limbs is Nityananda Advaita. Sublimbs, Upanga, is Srivas Thakur. Parshada is his very dear and confidential associate. Who is he? Gadadhar Pandit, means Srimati Radhika. Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari, Raya Ramananda, all of them, they are his associates. And what is his weapon? Astra? Harinam. So Namastra, the weapon of the holy names. So he appears with the weapon of holy names.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So there's a sloka in Kali Santana Upanishad that explains very clearly. Some people, they say opposite, saying that the Mahamantra begins with Hare Ram. But it's not like that, not at all. In the Kali Santana Upanishad, in this Upanishad, it explains very clearly that in Kali Yuga, In every yuga, there's a different Nama Sankirtan. Like every yuga has a different Nama Sankirtan, like a Mahamantra. Sata, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. So the Kali Yuga, the Nama Sankirtan has 32 syllables, 16 names. So the 16 names, 32 syllables, Nama Sankirtana. Kali Santana Upanishad explains for Kali Yuga. So this Nama Sankirtan is like a weapon, and Mahaprabhu is using this, and like this he is purifying all the living entities. In this Kali Yuga, Krishna himself, he appears in the form of Gauranga, and with Nama Sankirtana, he is purifying the heart of all the living entities. So the evidence is given about the Nama Sankirtana. So why am I speaking all this? Because the Bhagavata explains very clearly that Krishna in this Kali Yuga, he will appear as Gauranga. There are other verses also confirming this. So in the Navajangadala Samvada, Nimi Maharaja, he did one question to these 9 rishis. He asked, who the human beings must worship in Kali Yuga, and which kind of mantra also they should worship. So by 2 verses they give answer. So this verse, Tyakta Sudasaja, and the other verse also, in another verse they also said about this. So the evidence is like that. So Mahaprabhu Krishna actually is Krishna who appeared in Navadipadam in the full moon of the month of Falguni. So he manifested in amidst, like in the middle of his own holy names, being sung. So Mahaprabhu is called Juga Avatar. He's the incarnation of this age, Juga Avatar. But you see the glories of Srila Gurudev. Actually, the glories of Gurudeva, they are nothing less than the glories of Mahaprabhu. Not at all. Because Bhagavan and his devotees, there's no difference between God and his devotees. So how did Gurudeva appear? Now, after some days, we will come to this day, Mauni Amavasya, means the new moon of this month, special month, so Mauni Amavasya. In this day, Gurudeva appeared on this day. Just like Mahaprabhu, he appeared also in the middle of the Nama Sankirtan. The same way, Srila Gurudeva, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, he appeared also in the middle of the sound of Nama Sankirtana. He appeared in this world. So actually, I listened directly from Gurudeva, direct lotus mouth. And whatever I listen directly, we'll try to also describe the same things that we've heard. So it's not like reading here and there and listening here and there and just speaking to the people. No, it's whichever things I listen directly from lotus mouth of Gurudeva, those things I will say. Because by mercy, sometimes Gurudeva himself used to speak about his life to us. Not in the same day. No, sometimes, in different contexts. Gurudeva used to tell something about his transcendental life history to us. Mercifully, he would tell us sometimes something. So, I think you already know about this Mauni Amavasya Katha, that Shivaji himself, he was quiet. So I'll tell you briefly. I'll tell briefly about this Mauni Amavasya and why Shiva was silent in this day.
मौन धारण
Okay, Shiva became silent today. Not today, no, the Mauni
देवी
Amavasya day.
पार्वती ने उनके साथ थोड़ा
Because Parvati,
छल कपट कर दिया
she cheated him, like she lied to him.
इसलिए शिव जी
So Shivji, because of that, he became angry.
रुष्ट हो गए
You know, angry. He became angry, Lord Shiva.
आसन में
Do you understand?
इसलिए शिव जी मौन धारण
So Shiva was silent today. That day, Mauni Amavasya. Why silent? Because actually he was only remembering his worshipful deity in his mind. In his mind, he was remembering the pastimes of Lord. Absorbed in bhav, you know. So this Tithi, this day is called Mauni Amavasya. Until nowadays in Bihar, in Buxar, this place in Bihar, especially in the village of Gurudev, generally the people there, they are all devotees of Lord Ram. Gurudev used to tell us, Gurudev told, in my village, mainly the people, they are all devotees of Lord Ram. They speak Ram Ram. So in the day of Mauni Amavasya, they take bath in the Ganga. So until now, this tradition is going on in his village, until now. So this tradition is still going on until nowadays. That on the day of Mauni Amavasya, everybody sings name of Ram. So Gurudeva used to say, in the day of Mauni Amavasya, so Gurudeva used to say, in the day of Mauni Amavasya, everybody was singing name of Ram. So in this day, Gurudeva appeared in this world, in the middle of Nama Sankirtana. Just if you compare the appearance of Gurudeva and Mahaprabhu, the only difference between their appearances is that Mahaprabhu appeared in the Purnima Tithi, means full moon day. You know? And Srila Gurudeva, he appears in which Tithi? In the new moon day, Amavasya, it was dark. So one appears in the full moon and another new moon. This is the only difference. But in both appearances, they appeared in the middle of the Namasankirtan. By the Namasankirtan, they appeared through Namasankirtan. Both Srila Gurudeva and Sri Mahaprabhu, both they appeared in the Namasankirtana time. Okay, continuing the Katha. So let's do some little bit Kirtan. And then we continue the Bhagavad Gita. Every day we will speak something about the transcendental life history of Gurudeva. And also my prayer to the devotees is that everyone, for 10 minutes, everybody should glorify Gurudeva's life history.
एक बूंद के सूरज का एक बूंद के सूरज का एक बूंद के सूरज का आज बंद दीवानी पी गई एक बूंद के सूरज का एक बूंद के सूरज का एक बूंद के सूरज का आखिर में सही जल्दी रहा
Let's start now the Bhagavad Katha. Every day from 3 p.m. we start the Katha until 6:30 p.m. and from 6:30 p.m. we'll end. We'll finish at 6:30. Then will be Arati. And so I have one special request for all of you. I have one special request that on the day of Ekadashi, we will take the lotus sandals of Gurudeva and also the picture of Gurudeva, and then with his picture and lotus sandals, we'll do the Mathura Parikrama. Actually, on the 10th, one day before the appearance of Gurudeva, I wanted to
नगर संकीर्तन
do the Nagar Sankirtan in whole Mathura. I wanted to do this, but the devotees told that in Vrindavan and Gopinath Bhavan there will be a great festival in Gopinath Bhavan that day, you know. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, so I don't want to cross any other festival, it's already planned. So I don't want to, you know, make two things in the same day in different places. Otherwise, people need to divide, like which person will go here and there. You know, people may be confused where to go. There'll be a khichdi. It will be a khichdi. So I thought, very nice. Okay. So the devotee suggested that. Okay, on the 10th of February there will be a festival in Vrindavana Parikrama, and also with the picture of Gurudev in a palanquin. They'll do the Parikrama of Vrindavana with Gurudev picture that day, and we also will be there. I will also gather there. I will be there also. So I request to all of you that on the day of Ekadashi, so 7 a.m. When is Ekadashi? On the 8th is Ekadashi, so 7 a.m. we'll do the Mathura Parikrama, carrying the lotus sandals, wooden sandals of Gurudeva, and also the picture of Gurudeva. We'll do from 7 to 10 a.m. We'll do the Mathura Parikrama, and then following all the rules, we will take the prasada of Ekadashi. Also, this prasada will be given to everyone, Ekadashi prasad. Then 3 p.m. we'll start the Katha. So my request to all of you, my humble request to all of you, is that everyone, please, everyone should join in the Sankirtana during the day of Ekadashi in the morning. So now I want to speak 2 words about the Srimad Bhagavatam, just to purify my tongue. Srila Narasimha Maharaja, he spoke beautifully the glories of the Bhagavatam. Actually, we already did 2 or 3 Bhagavad Saptaha here. And so I don't see anybody new. Everybody is the same that were here before. So the same listeners and the same speakers here. The same people are listening the Katha that they listened before when I spoke again the Bhagavata here before. So I don't see any new face. Anyway, I just want to speak 2 words. What is the speciality of this Bhagavad Katha? So, Shukadeva Goswami himself, he told this Katha to Parikshit Maharaj. The speciality of the Srimad Bhagavad Katha, our acharyas, they show the speciality of the Bhagavad Katha. Srila Vyasadeva Goswami Pad, he manifested all the granthas, all the books, Vyasadeva Goswami, Veda, Purana, Upanishad, Vedanta Darshan also. He manifested everything. But still, Vyasadeva in his heart, he was not happy. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva Ji himself, he even described his own life history. He said, I manifested all the books, but I was not feeling happiness in my heart. So one day, Srila Vyasadeva Goswami Pad, he was in the banks of the river Saraswati, and after taking bath in the river Saraswati, he sat down. But his heart and mind was so agitated, like restless mind. He was not happy. He couldn't know why. He didn't know the reason why his mind was so disturbed. You see, he could not judge himself why he was so disturbed. Because somebody who is sick, somebody who is affected by a disease, this person will not be able to know what is his disease, you know. That's why the person goes to the doctor, you know, and the doctor, he gives the diagnosis. in the treatments. Maybe the person is also a doctor, and maybe the person is also a doctor and treating other people, but for himself he also needs to go to a doctor. So it's amazing. So Vyasadeva Goswami was also thinking, why my mind is so disturbed? So in this moment, by the mercy of Lord, by the desire of Lord, the great devotee, associate of God, Bhagavad Parshna, Devarishi Narada appeared. So this is called Guru Kripa, the mercy of Guru. So the jivas, they are wandering in this material world. When the jiva comes the time for the jiva to deliver itself from this world, then the jiva attains a bona fide guru. Like in the 11th canto, Krishna himself, he told this shloka to Uddhav. In this world full of death, so many jivas, they are taking birth, and so many jivas, they are giving up their bodies, and so always so many people being born and dying. So many times we have taken birth. So many times we have died. So actually we crossed the 8,400,000 species of life. So we already spent 8,400,000 species. So wandering this material world, when the time comes for the deliverance of the jiva, then by the mercy of Lord, we attain a Sadguru, bona fide Guru. Actually, we cannot get the Guru. Some people say, oh, I'm searching for a Guru. But actually, those who say this is not true. You see, Dhruva Maharaj, he could not search for a Guru. Actually, he was searching for God, Bhagavan, wasn't it? If you analyze the Dhruva life history, Dhruva Maharaj, his stepmother, Suruchi, Suruchi's stepmother of Dhruva, she spoke very harsh words to Dhruva. And listening to these words, Dhruva Maharaj, he gave up his family, gave up his house. He was only 5 years old, 5-year-old boy, and he went to attain to Lord. He went to search to Lord, searching for Lord. And then Bhagavan saw that if he would not accept a bona fide Guru, how would he, Dhruva, attain to him without a bona fide Guru? The person might have the knowledge of Brahma and Shiva, but if the person has no Guru, the person will never be delivered from this world. So what to speak of us, even Brahma and Shiva. So maybe even if you have so much knowledge, just like Brahma and Shiva, if you have not taken shelter of bona fide Guru, you'll never be able to attain to God. So this is in the prayer of Lord Brahma, this shloka is there, Jnana Prayasa. So the person who is blind can never find a Guru. Some people say, I'm searching for a Guru. Oh, if not even Dhruva Maharaj search for Guru, just search for God, chant holy names. And by chanting holy names, by the mercy of Nama Prabhu, this Nama Prabhu, Nama Purush, he will show you the lotus feet of a bona fide Guru. So in the same way, Bhagavan inspired the heart of Narada Rishi. And Narada came and met Dhruva. So what I want to say is that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, in this context, Prabhupada wrote that so Narada, the Guru himself came and gave Diksha Mantra to him. To Dhruva, Narada gave Diksha Mantra to Dhruva. So in the same way, when the jivas are wandering this world, and when the time comes for the jiva to deliver, so when the time comes, God himself will show the Sadguru, bona fide Guru to the jivas. You just continue chanting And by the chanting of holy names, Nama Prabhu will inspire in your heart, will give inspiration in your heart. Okay, so continuing the story. Vyasadeva ji, Lord Vyasadeva, he told his own life history. And he said, my mind is so restless. I don't know why my mind is so disturbed. Why my mind is so disturbed? And thinking about this, who appeared in that moment? Narada Rishi appeared in front of Vyasadeva. Gurudev told. And Narada Rishi himself told, hey Vyasadeva, I will tell you the cause of the disturbance of your mind. Why your mind is so disturbed, I will tell you. I will tell you what is the reason. So look. So you see the bona fide Guru manifested, and Narada Rishi, he told to Vyasadeva everything. Hey Vyasadeva, you wrote many books. You wrote the Veda. How many Vedas? 4 Vedas you've written. Many Upanishads also you manifested. Puranas also, Vedanta Darshan. But I tell you something special, that especially the Puranas that you manifested, in these books that you manifested, you did not explain everything very clearly. That's why people's minds are so disturbed. And the effect of making the minds of others disturbed, this reaction is coming to you now. So Vyasadeva said, what was my fault? Like, what did I do wrong? And then Narada Rishi told, hey, Vyasadeva, all the Puranas that you've written, you did not make it clear in these Puranas. Who is Swayam Bhagavan? So there are 18 Puranas, but okay, first he had written only 17. Because the latest Purana is Srimad Bhagavatam. Actually the Bhagavatam is eternal, but still, according to the pastimes of it, this also is there. Like when it manifested, the Bhagavatam. So there are 6 Puranas in the mode of ignorance, 6 Puranas in the mode of passion, and 6 Puranas in the mode of goodness. So in these Puranas, he did not manifest clearly or explain clearly who is Bhagavan. Who is Swayam Bhagavan? Just like, for example, if you read Vishnu Purana, you will think that Swayam Bhagavan is Vishnu. You know? If you read Shiva Purana, looks like that Lord Shiva is Bhagavan. If you read Brahma Vaivarta Purana and Brahmana Purana also, if you read, looks like that Brahmaji, he is Swayam Bhagavan. He is God. But if God is only one without a second, then who is Bhagavan? The Advaitavadis, they say everybody is Brahma, everybody is God. I am God, Aham Brahmasmi. Everybody is God. So the wife is God, the wife can also say Aham Brahmasmi, I am God. The husband also, I am God. The kids also can sing and say, I am God, Aham Brahmasmi. The daughter also. So how many gods in the house? How many? 4 gods in the house. Wife, husband, son and daughter. So these 4 gods, 4 Brahmas, sometimes they quarrel to each other. So how is this? Okay, let's stop talking about the Advaitavadis and personalists. So people used to read Vyasadeva's books and they used to be disturbed not knowing who was Swayam Bhagavan. So in the Bhagavata, Srila Shukadeva Goswami, he also told about this to Parikshit Maharaj. Later I'll tell you that Bhigu Rishi himself, he gave evidence. Who is Swayam Bhagavan? So Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu, they are called the 3 devatas, 3 gods. So who is the best among these 3 demigods? The people who worship Shiva, they say that Shiva is the best. Those who worship Brahma, they say that Brahma is the best. Those who worship Vishnu, they say that Vishnu is the best. So in the Bhagavad also this context of this story is there, that when all the munis, these rishis, they could not also know who was God. And then Bhrigu Rishi came and told, I will give the evidence about who is God. So he went to Brahma, Bhrigu went to Brahma and not do pranam, anything. And Brahma, just standing, and Brahma told you, you're foolish. You don't know how to give honor to your superiors. If you come to your superiors, you have at least to bow your head, to bend your head in front of the superiors. And then Bhrigu started saying many harsh things to Brahma, and then Lord Brahma started saying many harsh things to Bhrigu, and then Bhrigu realized he's not God because he's in the mode of passion. Then Bhrigu went to also Shiva and also saying harsh words and many things, and then Shiva was very angry. Shiva took his trident and wanted to kill him. And Bhrigu Rishi also declared, Shivaji is not Bhagavan because he has the mode of ignorance. And then Swayam Bhagavan Vishnu, he was in Vaikuntha, laying on his bed of snake. And his wife Lakshmi Devi was massaging the feet of Vishnu. And then Bhrigu Rishi, what did he do? No, at least you should knock the door. If somebody, this is etiquette. This is a normal etiquette. If somebody is inside the room with door shut, you should at least knock the door. Maybe if you have a bell, okay, you can ring the bell. But anyway, you have to knock the door. But the Bhrigu Rishi didn't care. He just kicked the door open, he kicked the door to open the door. He went inside, and Bhagavan Vishnu was in his Yoga Nidra, sleeping. It's like a half sleepiness, half shut eyes half shut, not completely shut. And his wife was massaging his feet. Bhrigu Rishi came and so hard, strongly, he kicked on the chest of Lord Vishnu. And then Bhagavan Vishnu, he was startled, he was surprised. And then Bhagavan Vishnu told to Bhrigu, oh Bhrigu, my chest is hard as a stone, like a thunderbolt. So I'm sure you hurt your feet by kicking me. So let me massage your feet, please. In this moment, Bhrigu Rishi, he declared, who is Bhagavan is Vishnu. Vishnu is Swayam Bhagavan. Shiva and Brahma, they are not Bhagavan because they are also immersed in the mode of passion and ignorance. But Bhagavan Sri Hari, he is always beyond the modes of nature. Bhagavan Sri Hari is Gunatit. You know what is Gunatit? He's beyond the modes of Sattva and Tamaguna. So Swayam Bhagavan Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu, he kept the prince of Bhrigu Rishi on his chest. This is one symptom of God. He always has this mark of the Bhrigu Rishi feet on his chest. Also another mark that Bhagavan has is the golden line that is Lakshmi Devi on his chest. Okay, continuing. Now the Rishi said, Vyasadeva, you wrote many books, but you did not make clear who is Swayam Bhagavan. Another point is that all the Puranas you manifested, you did not say what is the topmost benefit for the souls. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is the Chaturvarga, the 4 goals of human life. You only wrote about this. But what is beyond this Chaturvarga, the 4 goals? What is beyond Mukti? What is the 5th topmost goal of the human life? You didn't say anything about this in your books. So you should make it clear now, from now. Okay, first there is the Trivarga. three goals: dharma, artha, kama.
और इसके ऊपर क्या चीज़
Religiousness,
कहा जाता
the
है?
economical developments, and enjoying sense gratification.
मुक्ति के
Beyond
ऊपर
that
क्या
is
है?
fourth,
इसके बारे में सामने
liberation. But what is beyond that? Even beyond mukti, you did not say.
हैं?
So you should write it carefully about this.
मुक्ति में प्रेम की भी अनेक स्तर भी है,
There are also many stages of prem.
उसके बारे में भी स्पष्टीकरण करके लिखिए,
You should write very clearly about this.
अच्छी तरह से लिखिए। और विशेष करके वो प्रेम की सर्वोत्तम प्रेम जो
Especially
है,
the topmost love,
ब्रज प्रेम,
the Braja Prem,
ब्रजवासियों की जो प्रेम है, उसके बारे
the prem
में
of the Brajabasis. Should describe about this.
आज वैकुंठ प्रेम, अयोध्या की भी प्रेम है,
The prem of Vaikuntha, the prem of Ayodhya, the prem of
द्वारका में भी प्रेम है,
Dwaraka. Also
वहाँ भी
the
प्रेम है।
prem in all these places, but
किंतु
different
वृंदावन
prems.
की प्रेम की
The prem of Vrindavan,
जो महिमा उसकी स्पष्टीकरण है।
you have to describe this.
और उसी वृंदावन की प्रेम में भी अनेक भी स्तर भी है,
Also many kinds of levels of the prem of Vrindavan.
दस सख वात्सल्य,
Dasa, Sakya, Vatsala, and also Madhurya prem.
और उस माधुर्य प्रेम से श्रृंगार रस कहा जाता है।
And the Madhurya prem is also called
उस
Shringaras,
प्रेम के भी
conjugal
बारे
mood.
में और भी
So you have also to describe more about this.
जिससे हमारे आचार्य जो पाद ने जो रूपगोस्वामी पाद है, इसमें से वर्णन क्या है?
So
इसमें तो प्रेम के
So,
और
the
विशेष
prem
करके हमारे
is
चैतन्य
described in
महाप्रभु
Bhagavatam. So
रूप गोस्वामी पाद के हृदय में समस्त शक्ति संचार करके
So
जो प्रेम के बारे में
Mahaprabhu, he manifests all this prem in the heart of Guru Goswami.
की कथा
So this Manjari Bhav,
हमारे रूप गोस्वामी पाद वर्णन किया।
Rupa Goswami describes this.
श्रीमद् भागवत में जो प्रथम श्लोक में
So the
आदि
first sloka of Bhagavatam
कवि
describes the Adi Kavai, the first poet. Who is the first poet? Normally people think that Adi Kavi, first poet, refers to Lord Brahma.
किंतु हमारे गौड़ीय वैष्णव सिद्धांत देता है
But according to
आदि
Gaudiya
कवि
Vaishnava
कौन है?
Siddhanta explains who is the Adi Kavi, first poet. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he is.
संत चैतन्य महाप्रभु रूप गोस्वामी पाद के हृदय में
Mahaprabhu himself,
शक्ति
he
संचार करके
put all the potency in the heart of Rupa Goswami
प्रेम की समस्त प्रकार के परिभाषा
and put also all the definitions of prema,
जाति उच्चतम
all the topmost confidential things of prema. Mahaprabhu invested in the heart of Rupa Goswami.
ये समस्त कथा अभी वर्णन करेंगे धीरे धीरे।
Slowly we'll describe all this.
इसमें व्यास नारद ऋषि कहने लगे
So Narada Rishi
ये
told,
व्यासदेव,
hey Vyasadeva,
आप ब्रज प्रेम के बारे में आप प्रकाश करें।
manifest tell about Braja
और
Prema.
दूसरी और एक कथा जो है ये अलग करके लिखिए, विशेष करके जो है कृष्ण के सर्वोत्तम जो लीला
This topmost Leela of Lord. Which one?
रास लीला।
The Rasa Leela.
जब तक भी व्यासदेव जी ने अनेकों पुराण में
Actually, although in Vyasadeva, in many Puranas, he also spoke about the Leelas, especially the Rasa Leela, also about from Krishna and Gopis. Means in other Puranas, like Brahmavarta Purana, also the Rasa Leela Katha is described. Radha Hridaya Brahmanda Puran.
अनेकों पुराण में राधा कृष्ण की व गोपियों की रासलीला तो वर्णन किया,
So description of Rasa Leela are there also. It's there in other Puranas. But
प्रकाशित नहीं।
this Madhurjata, this sweetness is not completely manifested. That's why also Narada Rishi told, you have to manifest the latest Purana, last Purana.
भागवत में इसके
The latest Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to describe in this Purana all these pastimes.
गोपी प्रेम की सर्वोत्तमता क्या है और उसमें
What is the topmost
राधा जी
goal
की
of this
महिमा
love between Krishna and Gopis?
प्रकाशित।
And also you should manifest the glories of Srimati Radhika.
उस समय व्यासदेव जी ने कहने
So in this
लगे,
moment Vyasadeva
हे
told,
गुरुदेव,
hey Gurudev,
मैं इस ग्रंथ को कैसे प्रकाश करूं?
how will I be able to manifest this book?
केवल कागज ले लिया,
Just take a paper and take a pen and writing? No, not enough.
ग्रंथ लिखने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? ये
So
साधन
you need a sadhana practice to manifest the book.
और साधन करते करते
And doing sadhana slowly, by the mercy of
हृदय
Lord,
में वो प्रकट होता है।
these truths will manifest in your heart like realization. Then you are able to write
उस
about
समय
it.
नारद ऋषि कहने लगे,
So Vyasadeva told, hey, look, you should
भक्ति योग के जो है अनुशीलन
practice Bhakti Yoga.
भागवत में आता
So in the Bhagavata explains this.
भक्ति योगे न मनसि सम्मका प्रणीते अमले अपश्यत् पुरुषं पूर्ण मयांच तदुपास्रय। नारद जी के कृपा से
But the mercy of Narada, Vyasadeva,
साक्षात रूप
he
में
directly
भगवान को दर्शन किया।
he
पर
saw
भगवान की कैसे
Bhagavan.
दर्शन होती है?
How
कर्म ज्ञान जो
to see God?
भगवत दर्शन ही है।
cannot see God by karma, jnana,
भगवत दर्शन के लिए
yoga.
क्या चाहिए?
To see God, you
भक्ति
need
योग।
bhakti yoga.
ये विशेष वैशिष्ट्य है।
This is a speciality also.
इसमें कर्मी ज्ञानी योगी के
So
पतन है।
the karmic jnana yogis, they fall down.
भक्ति योग अवलंबन
But the
करते हैं,
devotees,
आश्रय करते हैं।
those who take shelter of bhakti yoga,
उनके कभी
they never ever fall down. Understand?
पादपंकज फलास विलास भक्ता कर्मासं गदितं उद्गतन्ति संत तद्भन्नरिक्तमत जते निरुद्ध श्रोतागणस्थं कर्णं भज वासुदेवं। श्रीमद् भागवत
So this verse of Bhagavata explains very clearly.
पादपंकज फलास विलास भक्ता भक्ति लोग भक्त लोग भक्ति का अनुसरण करके
The devotees, they do bhakti,
और संसार से
and in this way, very easily they,
अद्वैतवादी ये कठोर तपस्या में जो प्राप्त नहीं
the Advaitavadis, they are doing hard austerities,
वो धन में चले जाते।
and they cannot attain this goal. But the devotees of Lord, very easily they can attain to Lord and leave this material world, just by remembering the lotus feet of Lord.
परमासं गदितं उद्गतन्ति सन्तो तद्वन्नरिक्तमत जते अनुरुद्ध श्रोतागणस्थं करणं भज वासुदेव। भक्ति जो की मंडी से कहा जाए भक्ति रेव नयति भक्ति रेव दर्शन। भक्ति भगवान के निकट लेकर के जाती है।
Bhakti brings you to Lord's Lords.
योग तपस्या के द्वारा संभव नहीं।
Karma, through karma, jnani, yoga, tapas is not possible to attain to Lord.
और भक्ति के द्वारा ही भगवान
So through
स्वयं
bhakti, Bhagavan, he
बच जाता है।
becomes tied and bound,
जिस प्रकार
just like the bumblebee.
कमल की सुगंध प्राप्त करके
When the bumblebee attains
कमल के
the
अंदर में जाकर के
honey
कमल पान
of the
करके
lotus, you know, the sweet nectar of the lotus, the honeybee wants to lick and take that nectar, and all the body of the bumblebee becomes like numb, numb, like cannot move.
मानो
And then the bumblebee
तेज होकर
becomes so weak because he's like completely absorbed in that nectar, and the bumblebee cannot leave the lotus and just sleeps inside the
अपने आप
lotus flower. And then when the sun sets, all the lotus petals, they close.
लकड़ी को
You see, generally the bumblebee, he can generally make a hole in the wood. But this Brahmana today, this bumblebee,
सुगंध
who is completely
मकरंद पान
like
करके
intoxicated or
कमल के अंदर नहीं रह जाता।
numb, because of the nectar of the lotus, this honey, this nectar, pollen. So the bumblebee cannot leave the
ठीक
lotus
उसी प्रकार स्वयं
because the
भगवान
bumblebee is completely numb because of what he drank in that side the lotus
भक्त
flower.
के प्रेम से
Same way,
रस्सीबद्ध रस्सी के
God,
द्वारा
He is God
ऐसे
Himself,
जाते हैं।
but He becomes bound by the ropes of the love of the devotees, and He cannot leave.
इसलिए भक्ति की महिमा
So this is the glories of Bhakti. So Vyasadeva himself,
मुझे चरित्र में आ रहे हैं जे भक्ति जोगेन मनसि सम्मुख प्रणीतो अमले अपस्तत पुरुषं पूर्ण अपस्तत बोलने साक्षात रूप में
so directly he saw Bhagavan directly. Who?
परम पुरुष स्वयं भगवान को दर्शन
He saw Param Purusha Bhagavan. Vyasadeva saw God,
पूर्ण पुरुष स्वयं भगवान को दर्शन
Purna Purusha Swayam
और
Bhagavan.
साथ ही साथ
And immediately also
दर्शन किया।
he saw the devotees of
कैसे
Lord.
स्वयं भगवान
How? So Vyasadeva saw
अजन्मा होकर
how
के
God is unborn, but still he takes birth. Although he is unborn, he
प्राकृत शिशुवत
takes birth from the mother of his mother, just like a normal
ये भी
person. He also saw this.
और कृष्ण के अनेक लीलाओं
Vyasadeva also saw many different pastimes of Krishna.
के और क्या देखा
And also he saw
कैसे
what?
जीव
How the jivas, there are two kinds of jivas, Bada Jiva and Mukta Jiva. So how the Bada Jivas, conditioned souls, they are bound in Maya. And also he saw how the Mukta Jivas, the liberated souls, they do bhakti and they deliver and they serve to God directly. He also saw that. Vyasadeva also saw one more thing. He saw the external potency of Lord, the Bahiranga Shakti. He also saw this. He saw Maya Devi. What Maya Devi was doing. Maya Devi was far from God, standing with
विरज्यमाने
hands
अत्यंत लज्जित होकर के
folded hands and so shy. Maya Devi was very shy, standing far away from God. Why?
माया विचार करी है
Because Maya was thinking, oh my, these dear souls of God, I am giving so much trouble to the dear souls. I mean, to the very near and dear souls of Lord. So that's why Maya is so shy, she's ashamed. Ashamed. So Maya is far from God. She's staying far from God and she's ashamed, standing ashamed. So what is the meaning? The jivas in this world, they forget to God. And they are suffering so much. So who is giving the suffering? Maya. Maya is beating. Why Maya is beating us? Because we forgot God. This is a Bengali verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. What did I say?
कृष्ण को भूली सही जी अनादि भूली कृष्ण की भूल गए हम कृष्ण सेवा करना था.
So we forgot Krishna. We were meant to serve Krishna, but no, we are serving Maya in this material world. So this is called Bahirmukha. We have tendency for external. So one thing is Bahirmukha Vritti, tendency to look outside or to look towards Maya, and Antarmukha Vritti, tendency to serve to Lord. So we forgot Lord and we are wandering in this material world and we. But Maya Devi, she's beating us with a whip. No whip. Whip, I think that's the name. So Maya is beating us with a whip. So we are completely controlled by Kam and Krodha, lust and anger, and we are in this material world completely controlled. And we have Maya gives us no peace, also no happiness, If you work for somebody, if you work for someone, at least you get some money from this boss, But no, we are working for Maya. But what to speak of paying us, giving us salary or something, Maya is not even chickpeas for eat, anything. And no, so that doesn't give money, doesn't give food, and still beat us with a whip. So this sloka explains. So we have to follow the orders of Maya, and we are trying to follow the orders of Maya, but we are never able to fulfill her desires completely. Like you've heard about the slaves. The slaves. Some people. So they used to catch the people and then sell to other countries like this slavery, Just like, for example, there's like a fisherman puts the net to fish the fish. So you can see in YouTube, they catch people from jungles or someplace, and then they keep in their house as like a slave, and they force the person to work in their house. And if the person doesn't work, they take the whip and beating so much the person. If the person tries to run away, then they put the dogs to eat the person alive. You can see this maybe in some YouTube. So in the same way, Maya Devi, day and night, makes us completely busy in lust and anger. And she has no shame. Maya Devi has no shame at all. Nothing. She's just like work. She never stops. So Shastra explains why Maya Devi is giving us so much trouble. What is our offense? We forgot Lord. So Maya Devi is so ashamed. So Maya Devi herself thinks, oh, this so dear, not very dear, souls of Lord. Like the souls are so dear to Lord, and I'm giving so much trouble to them. So Maya is also ashamed. But the government
अपराधी को क्या करना चाहिए?
the government always says that the thieves must be punished.
मित्र भी नहीं है,
Like, the police is not our friend, not our enemy as
वो तो
well.
आयन के द्वारा, नियम के द्वारा बंधी हुई
The police just has to follow the rules of the government.
ठीक उसी प्रकार माया
So in the
देवी
same way, Maya Devi
संसार में जीव कैसे कष्ट है।
is giving so much trouble to the jivas in this world.
व्यासदेव ने ये समझ
Vyasadeva saw all this reality, all this truth.
तब
He
उन्होंने
saw.
की लेटेस्ट
Then Vyasadeva he wrote the latest Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam.
और उसी श्रीमद् भागवत की
And
कथा
this Srimad Bhagavat Katha,
श्रील व्यासदेव जी ने अपने तपस्या के स्वरूप
Shaladeva, Vyasadeva,
है, जो धन प्राप्त किया
he got this wealth by the strength of his austerities.
व्यासदेव तपस्या के द्वारा
So
कौन सा धन
Vyasadeva,
प्राप्त
which
किया?
wealth Vyasadeva got by the strength of his austerities? Which wealth? Shukadeva Goswami. So Shukadeva Goswami was the wealth that Vyasadeva attained. But
श्लोक की पहली श्लोक क्या है?
Badrayana Vacha.
बादराणी उवाचो।
So the
इसलिए व्यासदेव के पुत्र
Vyasadeva is the father of Shukadeva. Badrayani.
उसमें हमारे आचार्य पुरुष
When you say Badrayani Uvacha, you're talking about Shukadeva, who is the son of Vyasadeva. So what is the meaning of calling Vyasadeva Badrayani?
व्यासदेव की तपस्या के
Because Vyasadeva, he did so many austerities, and by the strength or by the result of these austerities, Vyasadeva got the baby as a Shukadeva Goswami, like a great son, You see, in this world, everybody has babies, even dogs have baby, cats have baby. Having a baby is it's not a big deal, not a big deal to have a baby. But that mother who gives birth to a baby, and that baby is
संसार के जीवों की जो है कल्याण कर सकता
can benefit the jivas of this world, then
है। तो वही तो
this is really son, a good son. The son who can benefit the jivas of the world.
बादराणी उवाचो।
So in this word Bhadrayani Uvacha means Shukadeva Goswami said. In this verse of Rasalila is not saying Shuka Uvacha. Shuka said, is saying Bhadrayani Uvacha, means Shukadeva's son of Vyasadeva. So all these explanations in this slok. So Vyasadeva himself, he
सनाम धन्य पुत्र की
so
ये श्रीमद् भागवत की कथा
the wealth of Vyasadeva was his son.
कैसे श्रवण
So
करें?
Vyasadeva told to Shukadeva all this Bhagavad Katha. How did he tell the Bhagavad to Shukadeva? The devotees explained, the Vaishnavas explained a beautiful story about how Vyasadeva told the Bhagavad to Shukadeva. Today is the first day, already 6:30 p.m. I don't want to be late.
इसकी कथा प्रसंग भागवत
So in this context,
अनेकों है।
there are many stories in the Bhagavad, many,
भागवत की प्रकट की कथा
about the glories of the Bhagavad, how Bhagavad manifested. Not only one story, many stories.
इसकी थोड़ी सी कथा है।
So I just want to tell you a small story. One day in the Transcendental Goloka Vrindavana,
यहाँ पर नित्य लीला
Radha Govinda, they were making eternal pastimes.
एकदा
One day,
एक समय
once,
श्रीमती राधिका
Srimati Radhika, she was a small girl.
मणिपिंजरस्थम सुंदर मणिमय
She had a cage full of pearls and jewels, cage, and she was taking care of her beautiful and small parrot, and she was feeding to her parrot the seeds of the pomegranate, and she was teaching the parrot to sing.
कृष्ण कृष्ण नाम
So she was teaching the parrot to sing the name of Krishna.
कोई प्राचीन गुप्ता मणिपुंजरस्थम सुकं वाचो बचैतु प्राचीन का नहीं
So when you say kachit, like means some gopi, actually means Srimati Radhika.
मणिपुंजरस्थम मणिपुंजरस्थम मणि माने स्वर्णमय पिंजरे में सुख पक्षी की सुख सावक छोटा बच्चा जो
So this baby parrot, Srimati Radhika was teaching the baby parrot to sing
और क्या सिखा रही है
and offering him the pomegranate seeds.
सुख पक्षी अनुकरण करते हैं
The baby parrot also imitates and the sounds and was also singing Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So once
पक्षी पिंजरे से बाहर आ गए
One day the parrot came out from the cage,
मानो बरसाना से कहाँ चले गए?
and the baby parrot flew away from Varshana to Nandagaon. And there in Nandagaon, Krishna, baby Krishna, also Krishna was with his young friends playing. And then the parrot, he sat on a beautiful Kadamba tree,
राधा जी के गले के सार से
and he was singing the names of Krishna with the same voice of Shrimati Radhika. So Gopal Govinda, small boy, Gopal Govinda was searching
एक छोटा सा पक्षी
searching the source of the sound, and he saw that this baby parrot, he was singing the name of Krishna with the same voice of Shrimati Radhika.
शास्त्र में लिखा गया
Shastra explains that
कोई राधा जी की स्वर सुने
If
कृष्ण भी राधा जी की गले के स्वर श्रवण कर लिया
when Krishna listens the voice of Shrimati Radhika, Krishna becomes restless, and
इसलिए स्वयं कृष्ण
like he becomes so much influenced if he listens the voice of Shrimati Radhika. So Krishna was searching who was singing like this, and he saw that on the top of this Kadamba tree there was a beautiful small baby parrot,
और वो राधा के गले के स्वर से ही
and he was singing the name of Krishna with the same voice of Shrimati Radhika, same melody, same voice.
देखो कृष्ण ने क्या किया
And Krishna,
उस
he-
वृक्ष पर चढ़ गए
He jumped on this tree, and Krishna
बच्चे को
caught this baby parrot,
कहने लगे कृष्ण कहने
and
लगे
Krishna
"ये
told him, "Hey parrot,
तुम कृष्ण के शरण जप मत करो
don't chant the name of Krishna. You should chant the name of Radhe Radhe."
राधे 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 जय जय श्री देखो आश्चर्य
So something amazing happened.
है राधा राधा नाम जप करो
So so Shrimati Radhika taught the parrot to sing the name of Krishna, and Krishna taught the parrot to sing the name of Radha Radhe. So something amazing happened. In this moment, Shrimati Radhika came and Shrimati Radhika told, "Hey Krishna,
ये सब पक्षी
this is my parrot. Give me back." Krishna told, "Do you think the parrots belong to someone? The parrots are flying in the sky, you know.
तुम्हारे बड़ी
The parrot, it's not saying anywhere that the parrot belongs to you."
नहीं नहीं
And Shrimati Radhika said, "No, no, it's mine."
में राधा गोविंद में द्वंद्व होने वाली जगह
So they were quarreling, and then Krishna didn't want to give the parrot back to Shrimati Radhika.
राधा जी बोले
And Shrimati Radhika said, "Give me because it's mine."
इतने समय राधा जी ने
Then in this moment,
माँ जसोदा
Shrimati
के निकट
Radhika,
शिकायत कर दी
she complained to Mother Jashoda.
माँ जसोदा राधा की क्या
Mother Jashoda,
प्रिय से
she likes Shrimati Radhika so much, like a
माँ
daughter.
जसोदा ने क्या की
And Mother Jashoda, she said, "Oh my daughter, don't mind." And then in this
माँ
moment,
जसोदा ने
Mother Jashoda,
कृष्ण के
she
एक हाथ पकड़ लिया
took
और
hold of
दूसरे
Krishna
हाथ
with one hand, and with that another hand, she took hold of the,
से अच्छे करके राधा
she
जी
took
का
the baby parrot and gave back to Shrimati Radhika's hand. And Mother Jashoda told Gopal, "Your father, Nanda Baba, is already waiting you to take prasad. And if you don't go there, your father will not take prasad."
इसी प्रकार कृष्ण की जो है
So she said like this, and then somehow Mother Jashoda could bring Krishna along with her. And then
राधा जी सुख के तेल लेकर के
Shrimati Radhika brought the parrot. But the parrot already, he had learned something from Krishna, right? What? The name of Radhe Radhe. So Shrimati Radhika told, "Oh, no parrot, you should not chant my name. You should chant only the name of Krishna."
देखो एक दीक्षा गुरु होता है
So there is the Diksha Guru and the Shiksha Guru. One day Shrimati Radhika herself, okay, so the parrot was singing the names of both Radha and Krishna because he didn't want to dishonor not the Diksha Guru, not Shiksha Guru. Okay, so one day the Shrimati Radhika was kissing the baby parrot. And the baby parrot thought, "Oh, Shrimati Radhika is kissing me, I'll also kiss her."
देखो सुख पक्षी छोटा
So the small baby parrot, he
अधरुष्ट में भी
also kissed the lips of, he also drank the nectar of the lips of Shrimati Radhika.
पान कर लेते हैं
So if somebody takes the nectar of the lotus of Shrimati Radhika, who can describe how the voice of this person will be? That's why the Vaishnavas explain that why everybody, even Parikshit Maharaj, like everybody wants to listen Bhagavad Gita from Shukadev Goswami. You see, even the father of Shukadev Goswami was present there. Even his grandfather,
पराशर
Parasara Rishi, was also in that assembly of the Bhagavad Gita. Also great and big personalities.
सब बैठे
They were also present. Rishis who know present, future and past. They knew everything. Why everybody wanted to listen to the Bhagavad Gita from Shukadeva, because Shukadeva Goswami, he got the nectar from the lotus lips of Shrimati Radhika. He kissed her. So who can describe how sweet was his voice? So this is one of the reasons.
चलो आगे की कथा हम श्रवण कराते हैं।
Okay, so continuing the katha.
एक दिन
Once,
स्वयं राधा जी
Shrimati Radhika herself,
की पक्षी के काटने
she told to her parrot,
मेरा बात मानो।
"Oh, will you do something if I tell?" Then he said, parrot told, "Oh my Gurudev,
बोले
tell me."
देखो, हम ये नित्य
Then
गोलोक
Shrimati Radhika
वृंदावन
said,
धाम में रहते हैं।
"We are here living in this Nitya Goloka Vrindavana Dham. There's nothing of unhappiness here. This is a place full of happiness and bliss."
क्या है?
In Vedanta Sutta explains,
आनंदमय
Abhyasat.
आनंदमय अभ्यास।
The Vedanta Sutta explains, Anandamaya Abhyasat. You have to again and again endeavor to attain this transcendental place full of bliss. Because in the transcendental world there is no unhappiness. Everybody there is so happy, absorbed in the service of Radha and Krishna. Everybody is absorbed in the ocean of bliss. But Shrimati Radhika, she feels unhappiness in the suffering of others. So Shrimati Radhika said, hey parrot, go to the material world and go to the earth planets, Prithvilok, and there you should tell about what is going on in this transcendental Goloka Vrindavan. You should tell about this there. And by this, by listening to this katha, these jivas doing sadhana and bhajan, they'll be able to attain my dham. So go. And this Shukadeva parrot said, hey Gurudev, I heard that Maya in the material world, Maya is very powerful. Like in the Gita. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the Maya is very powerful. These are the words of the Gita. So Maya is so powerful. Maya is so powerful. It's not easy to conquer Maya, not easy at all. So the parrot told, hey Gurudev, if I go to the material world, Maya will catch me. Shastra explains that even liberated souls can be again bound by Maya. If the liberated souls, they still live in this material world, they may be bound under the bound by Maya again. Even Narada, Maya is not ordinary. You see, even Narada, Shiva, Brahma, although they are liberated souls, they are making this pastime, saying what is the stage of someone? No, you can be influenced by Maya. Everyone can be. So Shukadeva said, I don't want to go because of Maya, but Shrimati Radhika told, you should follow the order of the Guru without hesitation. You have to follow the instruction of Guru, Shrimati Radhika told. Then Shukadeva, means the parrot, said, oh Gurudev, okay, I follow your instruction. Then Shrimati Radhika said, look, my blessing hands, I'm blessing you. So Maya will never be able to touch you. Go to the material world, go. So in this context of this story, the Vaishnavas describe such a beautiful thing that many, okay, those who come from the transcendental world to the material world, they are born from the womb of mother and they do pastimes as like a human being, doing pastimes. So the leelas of God and His devotees are both transcendental. Just like God explains in the Gita, my birth and activities are transcendental. Those who realize this, that my birth and transcendental are transcendental, this person never again will go back to this world and never be bound in this material world. And that person who understands that my birth and activities are transcendental, the person after their death, they attain to me. So the life history of Shukadeva Goswami is like this also. So I just tell one story about this. That once Shiva and Parvati, once Shivaji, he had gone somewhere and Devi Parvati was alone. Narada Rishi, he was walking because he goes everywhere. So Narada Rishi came to Kailash and then he came to Devi Parvati. And Devi Parvati, seeing Narada Rishi, she became so happy. Oh, a sadhu came. So she gave a place for him to sit. He also asked him about how he was, like this. Narada Rishi is also nothing less. Because if Narada Rishi goes to someone's house, it's just like he's setting the place on fire. But actually, Narada Rishi is not setting the place on fire.
प्रेम की एक उत्कर्षता दिखाते हैं।
Actually, Narada Rishi is not setting the place on fire. He's actually increasing the
नारद जी
love.
कथा प्रसंग में कहने लगे, देवी पार्वती
So
सब
Narada
कुशल
Rishi
है ना?
told,
बोले,
"Hey
हाँ।
Parvati, is everything okay?" She said, "Yes, of course."
पुत्री की प्रसन्न करना है, पुत्री के क्या करना चाहिए?
So if you want
उनके
to-
पति के बारे में पूछो।
If you want to make the wife happy, you can ask to the wife about her husband. Nowadays, it's not like this. But before,
तुम्हारे पतिदेव
if
कैसे
you
हैं?
want to make the wife happy, just ask how is the husband. Oh, how's your husband? He asked. Oh, Gurudeva, by your mercy,
ठीक है।
my husband is so well.
भोलेनाथ की जय।
He's very simple, very well. Even the name of Shiva, Bholinath. No,
देखो
he's
हमारे
simple.
पतिदेव क्या?
So,
बस देखो देवी पार्वती के एक
so,
विशेष
so Devi Parvati, she has a special
है।
quality.
कोई यदि शिव जी के बारे में पूछे,
If somebody asks about Shiva,
देवी पार्वती
Ji,
सब भूल जाती है।
Devi Parvati
और
forgets
अपने
everything.
पतिदेव के बखान कर-
And she
यानी
starts
हजारों
glorifying
लोग आ जाता है।
her husband with 1,000 mouths.
कलयुग में नहीं होता है।
In Kali Yuga, it's not like that.
पहले क्या बोलेंगे?
First, the wife will tell, don't ask about him.
बोलेंगे नहीं, आप कैसे कहते हो? पतिदेव क्या ठीक है?
If I say,
पूछो मत पहले।
how is your husband? And the wife says, don't even ask about him.
कलयुग के पति भी ऐसे हैं, पत्नी भी ऐसी है।
Because in Kali Yuga, the husband is also like that and the wife is also like that. Kali Yuga. Huh?
इसलिए कहीं किसी के पूछे तो अरे
So if you ask
पतिदेव
about,
कैसे है?
oh, how's your husband?
बोले, पूछो मत।
Don't even ask about him. I don't know why the person is telling me not to ask about the husband, but anyway.
देखो देवी पार्वती
So
कैसे?
continuing, Devi Parvati says,
जानो मुकुल जाने कितनी उत्कंठा से।
with so much eagerness, she starts
वास्तव शिव जी तो है।
glorifying her husband. Because of course, the husband is Shiva, such a simple
बोले
and
कोई वस्तु को
elevated.
नहीं करते।
So
बोले देखो दो वस्तु एक वस्तु
Shiva
आप
never
सब
hides
कथा
anything
पति
from
के
me.
बोलते।
So everything can tell the
पति
wife.
पत्नी के सब कथा बोले।
A husband and wife can share everything, bank balance, everything. But our acharyas explain
ये कथा जो
there's one thing that husband and wife should not speak to each other. Which thing?
कौन सा कथा बोलना नहीं चाहिए?
Guru mantra.
मंत्र गुरु मंत्र।
About the Guru mantra, the husband and wife should never talk about.
बोले सब मंत्र भी बोले अथवा नहीं बोले।
Even other mantras can speak or not,
कथा भी है,
but
गुरु मंत्र किसी प्रकार से
still, the Guru mantra never ever you should speak about this with your husband, only with Guru. Understand? It's the rule of the
ऐसे
Shastra.
नहीं है गुरु मंत्र सबके पास
It's not how you can speak the Guru mantra in front of everyone.
कान में दिया जाता है, वो गोपन
The
है।
Guru mantra is confidential, it's given in the
किंतु
ear.
देखो हमारे पति
So,
देव पार्वती देवी कहने
Parvati
लगी,
said,
हमारे
but
पति
my
देव
husband
क्या? तो जिसको
is-
बोलना चाहिए वो भी
Even that thing we should not speak, he's also speaking to me. Because he becomes absorbed in bhava. He just, because when the person is absorbed in bhava, the person is not following any rules. The person is just speaking, not watching not seeing the watch, not seeing the time, just continue speaking, feeling the bliss.
कथा तो शिव जी बहुत प्रसन्न
So-
हो रहे हैं। शिव जी की कथा सुन करके कौन प्रसन्न?
So who doesn't become pleased by listening about Shiva? So Narada became happy to listen about Shiva.
देवी पार्वती
But in the middle, then Narada told one thing. Oh, Devi Parvati, you said very nice about your husband, but did your husband have ever told you why does he keep on his neck
मुंडन की माला क्यों पहन करके?
the skull, garnet of skulls? Why does your husband put the ashes on his body?
अरे भाई,
Is there any secret about this? Then the wife told, oh, this is just a symptom of renunciation.
संत महात्मा आप तो जानते हैं, ये
You
तो
know
उनके क्या है?
about the saints, they are like this.
कोई रख दे।
So my husband is spontaneously renounced. But Narada told, no,
की बात नहीं है।
this is not a symptom of renunciation, no.
आपके अब तक नहीं बताइए गुरु मंत्र से भी और भी
This is very confidential thing, even more confidential than the Guru mantra.
है जो आप जिस शिव जी को अपने पुत्र को सरल सोच रही ना, इतने सरल
You
नहीं
think
है
your
वो।
Shiva is a very simple person. He's not so simple as you think. He looks like simple, but not as you think.
देखो, देवी पार्वती
So Devi Parvati, she became like so dizzy and disturbed and even angry. Oh, I thought my husband was so simple, telling me everything, but he's not telling me this. Why?
देवी पार्वती तुमको मैंने कभी कुछ नहीं छुपाया।
So,
ठाकुर जी नारद जी क्या कर रहे हैं?
so Parvati told Shiva later,
ये गले में जो ये अमृत है, इसको
I never
नहीं नहीं बताया।
hid anything from you, and
शिव
you
जी
never
बोले,
hid anything from me.
काम हो गया।
But Narada
मैं जाते वाली ये तुम्हारी
Narada
बात
said
है।
that there's a secret why you keep this garden of skulls and everything. Then Narada said, okay, already what I have to do here, I did, so I just leave. Now it's my time to go. Because a saint has nothing to do with the fights, quarrel of husband and wife. So Narada was like, okay, I already did whatever I had to do, now I'm leaving. Goodbye.
अरे ठाकुर जी नारद जी कहाँ से
So Narada met Shiva on the way, going away. And then and Shiva thought, oh, you're coming from my house. And Shiva already thought a big problem would be there. So anyway, when Shiva stepped his feet inside his house, Devi Parvati started speaking to him. You are lying to me, you're an imposter, why you lie to me? You never tell me the truth. Shiva told, what happened? Narada came here? Yes. Yes, Narada told me, Parvati told. Narada told that you were lying to me. He told me that you tell everything, but one thing you don't tell me about this nectar. That's why you use this skull of garland, some nectar is there. Then Devi Parvati told, this skull of garland of skulls, and also these ashes you use. You never told me about this. Tell me about this. Tell me truth. The truth about this. Then Shiva told, hey Parvati, listen. People think this is only a symbol of renunciation, because actually the body will become ashes. After the death, it will be burned by the fire, and it will become just a handful of ashes. Not even the bones will remain. We throw the bones in the Ganges and like this. So listen, Devi Parvati, not one birth, but we have relationship from limited time, you and me. So I tell you one thing, every time you give up your body, but my name is Amarnath. My name is Mrityunjay. My name is Mrityunjay, like who defeats death. We are singing this divine sacrifice, isn't it? Everybody knows this mantra. So one of the names of Lord Shiva is Mrityunjay, the person who conquers the death. So Shiva told, look, every once in a while you give up your body. Like for example the Sati Deha, like how Sati gives up her body. But I never die, Shiva told. I am Amar, I'm immortal. Then Parvati said, how can you be immortal? Tell me. Then Shiva told, look, Devi Parvati, listen. Just remember each of your lives. I take the bones that you had in different lives and I just put as a garland around my neck. I take these ashes that you had in different births, the ashes of your body, then I put this on my body. So, because we have so much love to each other. Because Devi Parvati never married anyone else except for Shiva. You can read in the Shiva Purana. So actually our relationship is eternal, Shiva told to Parvati. But you give up your body many times, but I don't. My name is Mrityunjay, conqueror of death. How can you conquer the death? And Shiva told, because I drank the nectar, Amrit. Which nectar did you drink? Then Shiva told, okay, Parvati, I tell you which nectar I drank. I drank the Bhagavad Katamritam. So I heard the Bhagavad Katamritam. Those who drink this nectar of Bhagavad Katha, they'll never die, they're immortal. Then Devi Parvati said, I also want to drink this nectar. So this nectar of Bhagavad Katha, I also want to drink that. Listening to this, Shiva told Devi Parvati, you're a woman, so maybe you're not, because sometimes the ladies listening Katha, they feel sleepiness. So Shiva told, okay,
उस कथामृत को तुमको मैं
I'll tell the Bhagavad Katha to you,
किंतु देखो कहीं तुम
but
सो नहीं जाओ कहीं
so as
अनधिकारी व्यक्ति सुन
avoid you to sleep, and also to avoid that somebody who is unqualified listen to this katha, you should always do the like like you should show that you're listening. So Shivaji started speaking the katha.
प्रारंभ कहाँ हुई
So where this happened?
अमरनाथ
In a place called Amarnath,
जहाँ पर स्वयं शिव जी
where Shivji
देवी
himself,
पार्वती की अमर कथा को श्रवण
he spoke this Amar Katha, this immortal katha to Parvati. That's why this place name is Amarnath.
और कथा के आगे प्रसंग
So let's continue tomorrow the katha. Okay, today we finish here.
आठ मिनट हाँ